when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system, let's turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together. Now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system, let's turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Tennessee Titans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This taking in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Hold it ready.
Keep it moving.
Ready.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
37.
Back to throw. Walton. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Kevin Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Reese. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Reese. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Allen to throw it. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because he's smart enough to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 15.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Aaron Jones, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Up the middle they go. Reese. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This defense for the Bucs, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
On 3rd down, Reese. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Walton. And he completes this to Russell Gage. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Buccaneers had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Oh, the slant complete to Michael Thomas. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted. On 3rd down, Walton, and Thomas has it. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the 1st. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts. They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
The coverage here is just terrific, because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the counter, here's Jones. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The point after is good, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Trenton Cannon on the return from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's 2nd and 10. Allen. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll run on first down. Reese. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Reese, they juked him. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gay knocks this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Walton sliding out of the pocket. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Let's go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 186 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Here we go. Here we go. Nick West.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Taken down at the 30.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Off the bootleg. Walton. His pass caught at the 4. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And his kick is indeed good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get. I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why we practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Logan Hall fighting through and dropping him for the sack.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Reese And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Reese. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They run the counter. Reese. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
Not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their pocket places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And this one is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And they give the Jones off tackle. Room here to run. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Bucs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Now for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Cannon now elects to bring this out. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now Allen off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To the air, Allen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans get a bit closer. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Throwing on 1st down. Walton caught on the right side by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Walton. Thomas brings it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Back to throw. Walton. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21. Kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Reese, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down now, Reese. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the 4th.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
On 1st down, Reese. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, offense. They don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Check right.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now the rookie's free. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be here.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Now Allen. Flush to his right. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big fourth down call.
This was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed